Hi everybody, I'm Rootscott.
I'm Josh.
I'm Mumbles.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Seamus.
Oh, we seem to have started from somewhere before.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We did this at the end of last episode.
Yeah, this is where Chris couldn't figure out what the hell he was going to say about Max Payne. But
yeah,
as I recall,
exactly.
he did eventually recall his point about Max Payne being an allegory for the Communist Party.
Which you have never been part of.
Yes. Well, no. Yes. No. Shit. Deploying flag-colored smoke bomb. Okay, so let's see. If I remember correctly, we're on our quest to kill Odin and Thor, and in the process try to give a more respectful and interesting depiction of Norse mythology than Too Human.
No, we're leading up to the big wheelbarrow fight. That's what we're doing now.
We also ran
please
out of
don't.
bandages.
Wheelbarrow. No, we just fought it. We just fought a wheelbarrow.
What?
Are your knuckles not just like white with excitement? It was a wheelbarrow.
Freaking wheelbarrows, man.
It was
No
an
more
old
pieces of paper.
wheelbarrow.
No more.
Well,
Why
this-
are we still on this thing?
Because
nobody
this is...
cares.
Yes! People care. Somebody does.
Actually, Josh, you know,
The world
there's an excellent...
exploded.
There's an excellent probability that the readers, or the viewers, are not readers, actually, and that whenever these come up, they just sort of tune it out and listen for me to say funny stuff. In fact, they just completely check out until I say something random and hilarious, like, boobs in a blender!
That's not funny. That's
Well, evidently you're failing them.
That's what I do best.
Failing them or not saying funny stuff.
Okay,
Well, honestly. Chris?
the quest is we are going to the car. That is the entire past 10 minutes. We are leaving to go to the car. Riveting stuff.
Get in
Yes,
the car.
because there was a gate. There was a gate that we couldn't climb over. Because... Meh, if I got down in every video game for having a gate that you had to, like, go 10 miles away instead of applying some basic physical principle to, I wouldn't be able to play
gardeners?
the game.
Are we killing gardeners right now? We were.
I guess Hartman had a lot of gardeners for his big garden. I don't know. And they
No
hung
mercy.
out around the place all the time.
Fun fact, all gardeners, Masonists.
Masonists?
You mean
Masoner.
Masons?
Mason men.
My father
you
was
mean
a
just
stonemasoner.
masons?
Please, stonemasonist.
You're masonist!
Okay.
This
Our-
is our most relevant episode so far. This biting commentary, truly, this is like I can hardly get a word in just because I am riveted.
If you
by
were,
this.
if you were a house in Game of Thrones, what house would you be?
Hartman watched.
What?
Blah.
Yeah, what house would you be from? I'd be from House of Stark, clearly.
Oh, okay, see, you just
Obviously.
said if you were a house, what house would you be? Like, what
If you were
physical...
a house, what would you be?
Would you be like a lodge, or a castle, or...
I'd be Mr. House.
That's stupid.
Lannisters.
I don't think he's in...
You would be a Lannister. I can say that.
Trolls of Westeros. Hey, it's Barry!
I have never seen 2 seconds of Game of Thrones. I know nothing about it except Sean Bean is.
Not
I'd be
anymore.
from-
Spoiler!
From Sean Bean's head house.
Uh-oh, the Horde has been summoned. What chucklehead hit the car alarm? Huh?
Who's this guy?
Barry has startled the witch.
Oh, who's that guy? Who's that guy?
We really are kind of in narrative no man's land. I mean, this really has been 10 minutes of going to the car, and I can't remember what are we going to do when we get in the car? What is our motivation and where are we
We're on our
going?
way to the farmhouse where the Odin brothers live or whatever. That's
Yeah,
what
but
I
why?
remember.
I mean, I know that you go there.
Because they wrote
They-
down like an explanation as to what is going on. in the event that they got too far gone to remember.
Oh, come on!
It's something they could have said to us.
They wrote something, Rutskarn. Aren't you happy?
No. Sorry, actually, what I was talking about was, like, so you guys ask why I don't like Barry. It's because all of his, like, comedic stuff is badly timed. When I feel like it's trying to ramp up the tension or create an atmosphere of, like, dread, that's when he says something that's not even funny that just kind of takes me out of it. Like,
okay, see, I know. I
That's
never was like, I was at the point where I wasn't scared of anything in this game and wasn't going to be scared of anything in this game by this point, so I didn't see it as something building up tension. Also, yes.
Say something like that.
Yes, I
this-
owe me big time for this.
Okay, I'm gonna reference something I said way back in like season 1, but I love the way that the narrow field of view makes the
Wait, you were in season
background
1?
look rear projected. Or not season 1.
I don't remember
episode
you
week-
playing Mass Effect with us.
Yeah. Now I see what you're talking about, Chris, and you're right. That is really interesting, and it does look like a movie.
And there's no way that's unintentional, also.
But you realize that's more work to make it look like a movie that was made cheaply. That's interesting.
It's like back in Pulp Fiction, where the taxi ride is just, like, clearly rear projected.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking.
See, I found Barry to be
Craziest.
Maybe that's inevitable when you
endearing in that he was just
This is
so
happening, Barry. Alice, they
out
never
of
had
place, and he's one of those characters that you just expect constantly to like get killed like the first moment possible.
Yes.
And
Yes, I kept expecting him to die. Spoiler, Barry lives to the end.
and then the game keeps hinting at it.
does something to the works of
There's a
art
good reason why they kill off
makes them
characters
come
like that in the
true.
beginning.
But there's a catch. The
Because
dark
they
His comedy even worked for me sometimes. I thought we're coming up on the
Yeah.
Christmas lights later. I thought it was. He got a giggle out of me. His
Let
outfit,
me tell you a story.
I liked it.
I believe
Alright.
you.
I went to a
Chris,
film
you're not deluded.
festival once, and all they
Going
played
down.
was
That's a
depressing
fact.
films.
I'm
But
on
then
board,
they
man.
played
I'm
one
with you.
funny quotation marks film, and everybody could not stop laughing. I saw that film again a couple months later, and it was terrible. My point is that if you're stuck in
Yeah.
shit, and there's one thing that's kind of funny, you'll think it's hilarious.
I don't know. I just, like, the character was, you know, I wouldn't say he was an okay character. It wasn't terribly written. It just didn't really grab me, and so I found the attempt at intruding on the mood kind of obnoxious. I think that's what it comes down to. It wasn't that,
Yeah,
like,
well, but on the
Wasn't
other
that
hand,
it was
do you
unfair?
really want to just have another bout in the dark forest where you're alone and nothing's happening aside from darkness and dark things and the shadows?
I don't
I'm
need
very
a squeaky
grateful.
toy.
I'm grateful that they didn't try again for an Alex Vance character. So many games have tried that, the tough girl, and nobody else has been able to do it and not have it be horrible and patronized.
Alex isn't tough. I wouldn't call her a tough girl. That's the mistake that a lot of games make. Is that she's not necessarily tough. She's just like adaptable, I guess.
Well, the good thing that makes Alex good character, I can already feel like Chris boiling like a lobster in a pond because he's addressed some of these concerns. But the reason I liked Alex was because I felt like I did get the sense that like she was a character and a personality first, and the fact that she might be tough or adaptable was a function of the situation she was put in, not an attempt
Right.
at pandering.
Right.
It didn't strike me as pandering. Not in the
Whereas
ways
a lot
that
of-
like yeah.
A lot of other female characters are just tough first, and then personality maybe
Yeah.
second.
Oh, their personality is I can out alpha male the males. I'll just be
Right.
super aggressive, and that's my whole personality.
Barry, why?
And I hate
How did you
that.
get a flare that can kill a Taken outright? I want one of those.
They try to make Ripley and they end up
I have
making
to shoot
Vasquez.
them.
Yes.
Yes, my major metric for like a tough female character is you really gotta stop and ask yourself, if this was a male character, would she be cool and interesting, or would she be fucking obnoxious?
Now he's Rambo.
That's a really good
Or would
point.
she be
yes.
boring?
Didn't catch up.
Or would
Yeah,
she be
boring.
boring? Like, how many macho men do you see that are just like, whatever, who cares? But then they
And-
make her a
well,
macho chick, and then suddenly she's interesting? No.
The big
So
thing is that they never give them anything clever to say.
I like this
The
vista
ki- the-
here showing off
Yeah.
where you're gonna be fighting. And you kind of know that, you know, something's gonna go down on that farm because of how big it is.
Yeah, I can totally see. Who knows what
And
could
it's-
happen to
it's
us down
totally
there?
like
We
a-
might fight Taken.
It's a centerpiece too. I mean, you kind of end up running
Yeah.
around it.
This is a very cool area. It would have been cooler with less Taken, but yeah.
Oh man!
Haunted barrel.
There's planks to
I
satisfy-
swear I didn't mean it. Red Scarn did it.
Look out, dude. Wheelbarrow.
So, you know, as much as I like Barry, one of the problems of him not dying like Rutskarn once is that it really kills Alan Wake's own argument that you should always be in question of who's going to live. And
Yes.
pretty much everyone lives. I mean, no one really... Yeah.
Yet nobody that we like
Anderson Farm. Walter
dies.
felt relieved.
Or no one that we're supposed to
Rusty.
like. None of the... Yeah, Rusty, I guess. But yeah, that's the big sacrifice that the author made. We met him, we filled out a form for him, and the next time we met him, he was
See
dead.
the road for the
That-
tears.
And we had to mourn his loss.
We know he was a good guy because he was helping a dog.
It's true.
It's just kind of real flagrant emotion.
I don't understand
crap.
why they didn't make the waitress a boss battle. That
Yeah,
would've been
seriously. I'm going to stand over.
That would require having a female take.
Ow. You got a point there.
It's
man.
really odd how dead set.
What did you do to piss these guys off, Rutskarn?
Hey, look, man. If I have a clown nightlight that I like to sleep with, that's my business. I don't think the darkness has any fucking business getting up my grip on it. So
Wait,
you
wait,
can tell
wait.
the darkness
What?
I'm secure in my maturity, masculinity, and basically most everything else that would make me embarrassed about having something extremely embarrassing.
Shadows crawled over.
Don't worry, buddy. Mr. Bojangles will protect you.
Sometimes I feel like he's my only friend.
He
Then
is.
other times I feel like he hates me.
Oops.
I feel like he's judging me, you know? Just like
I
everyone.
love hearing Josh say "oops" before I see what he did. Oh, that was very nice.
Oh yes, 6 points.
So there's a hole there.
Oh,
You know,
really?
I'd make fun of you
couldn't
more,
tell.
but I totally fell into that hole too, because you don't see the missing board, and it just looks like a solid
The man
walkway,
off one hell of a night.
and then you fall and you feel dumb.
Stab of envy
It's kind of pointless, actually. Why is there a missing board there?
begun to wake
This
Is it a
game has a
puzzle?
lot of little.
became a murderer.
This game has a lot of little moments like that where I just fall, and it's like, oh, I see. This small drop has caused me to waste my time.
Wake stirred.
So Nightingale almost kills Alan Wake, and then Wake wrote that.
Yeah,
I hope there'd
and then
still
he
be a working
couldn't.
generator somewhere
Which means
around
that
here.
Wake was never in any danger at all.
Exactly, and yeah. It's where that whole
But it's
meta
odd they never
narrative-
show that.
I didn't forget about that. That was intentional. Yep.
Yeah. You know, honestly, Josh, I've
yeah,
seen
I've
you
got the
detonate
power of light
a ton
movement.
of C4 directly in your face. I believe it.
Oh yeah, it's a party.
The system is
like a
down.
Pixar
The system is down.
Right. Oh, what? That killed it? Wow.
They really...
Movement in the woods.
That's one lame
Facing the enemy
freaking
with
generator
my
right
weapons
there.
dangerous, but I
Oh,
had
look,
no
a
choice.
flashlight.
Wait, what were you doing to swing the pole?
There was this thing over here.
Making money. Swinging that pole.
Use it and...
Why? Why would they? Why,
You don't have a
why
steering
is it-
wheel?
Well, this is
Wait,
like
where
a...
you live,
a
they don't have
railroad
steering
worksite.
wheels on poles? What kind of weird place do you live where you can't steer a pole? That's
We like to
weird.
put steering wheels on the poles and most of the factory equipment. You see, it's the last time on the job, so we gotta break down somehow. We like to
Omega-3
pretend all
fatty
the
acids
equipment
are
is
not
race
good for
car,
my heart. Shut up.
and we're all like petty, you know.
Fuck. I'll never get that started. Oh, I didn't want to... Let me go...
That guy asked you a question.
Hey, was that even an act?
Movement in the woods.
Shut up!
I don't fucking know.
Was dangerous, but I had no
I don't think that was an axe, Bumble.
It was a curved sword.
So this is like one of the times in the game where you fight these guys and you have no weapons, so you just have to run. And I feel like it was supposed to do what we've been talking about and make you scared of them because you have no way to fight back, but
What? Omega 3
Really?
fatty
But
acids are
it's
good?
too
What?
late.
this should have happened like 5 hours ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and their combat taunts kind of undermine any fear you might accidentally be feeling at this point. In fact, if somebody was beside me while I was playing this game, saying, if you die, I'm going to shoot you in real life, their combat taunts would still have made it not scary. That's how bad these combat taunts are.
I like those throwing axes and knives. So that, ow! Hey! Ow! Stop throwing axes! Cut it out, guys!
You walk under the light and you're just bristling with farm equipment.
Well, they all bounce off. They look like they're made of foam rubber.
Hey, look, a
They're just
campsite.
They're throwing,
Totally
they're throwing them at you handle first.
Heavy-duty flashlight. Anybody home?
Oh yeah.
Guess
Bigger's
not.
better.
Jump in the fire. Jump in. Throw the
Ooh,
energy
that's a-
drinks in the fire.
I love coffee.
Huh. So I didn't even bother making the fire hurt you. I can just... Yeah, I'm a fire walker.
man.
Hold E.
My
to
shoes
switch the
aren't melting.
flashlight.
No,
Yeah.
you are the dragon.
Screw this new objectively more powerful flashlight they gave me.
The car was
And then I jumped up and down on a fire.
It wasn't far. If it was Mary,
You wrote that in the book, Alan. You jumped
Your
up and down on the
dragon
fire for like a child.
Okay, story has to be true to itself.
You know, Darkness, you think that maybe you could find a better way to stop me from progressing than taking over gates and then making it so I can make them go away with my flashlight? Maybe, I don't know, like, cause a rock slide and drop a whole bunch of rocks in front of the gate?
You know what would have been a better?
No, this time.
A regular gate with a lock.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out.
Okay, so Zane shows up for no reason.
Stronger.
Yeah.
A storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was
Bane?
Oh, I notice on this page you haven't written anything
Thomas
about
Zane.
me having AK-47. Thanks for nothing, Tom.
Why are we reading this piece of paper? I hate reading.
seated in my dream. It was a strange
When was
spaceman
you literate? I
diving in a
forget.
bulky suit. He was the
No.
one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Your blog is ghostwritten by those Malaysian children.
That's right. I
They're
gave up my
surprisingly
literacy.
music savvy.
So, bear traps, that was a nice mechanic to bring back.
The Bear Trap Olympics, ladies and gentlemen.
That was ridiculous.
Some
What is this even? Oh, yeah.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return.
So
Okay.
that was an entire episode of spoiler warning in which nothing happened. We have accomplished
Excellent!
nothing in the
Well, we did
plot.
get in another
Oh,
car
movie.
crash.
And there was blood.
That was pretty cool.
They had fought.
Yeah, oh, that's true. We did have some plot. We had my favorite funny moment of the game, and we got in a car crash.
Had
Oh, we got a new
some
flashlight.
behind. Now I
Yeah!
had a chance of reaching
Oh
the
yeah.
fire.
It's bigger.